Hello again. Now it's time to do the assemble of this Carl Zeiss Tessa. Uh, so I've just cleaned the helicoids and the with lighter fluid, so they are ready to be degreased as with new grease. This time I actually will use a product called Triflow or Triflow. It's very good. I have tried with normally grease, thin grease, but it doesn't seem to work on this particular lens. So let's go ahead. First I need to do this assemble again, so I know where I come from. Remember, I set a mark here, and which was my distance mark. So I know exactly where to put the things back in again. And without the mark, it wouldn't have been possible for me without a surface manual. So I decided to just go ahead. I use some thread lock, which is the Loctite 222. It's very good. It's the softest of all the thread locks. Did a small mistake because this screw does not has to sit there, but it has to sit there because there's another screw that has to sit here, which is the special screw that at the same time makes the stop for the focus ring. And just gently tighten the screws. So that's it. Now we need to take some lube, which I put in a small container. I just use a small brush to add the grease, the lube. There's no need to overdo it, just a little, less is more. Oh. Maybe there was a little too much, but let's see. And then I had my mark here, so I know exactly how it should sit. So I begin to find the thread, and when it says click, it's the right position. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then I can just take away the rest of the loop. So wow, soft as butter. And then I add the other one, the inner, or whatever it calls, I don't know. I have my mark here, so I know where it goes. Sometimes it can be a little difficult to get in the right thread. Here we are. And then one full rotate. And here we are. So that's it. It was the focus system. So now I can just, I could actually just assemble this part, so it's done. And then put back in the rest of the lens parts. So there's nothing more to loop in this lens. Let's see how we do this. I have my 0.6 here, so I know where it goes. and then I can just add this. Well, I could actually just put in the thing that hold the focus system in place. And I do so. It has number 2, and I put a number 2 on this side. So it's pretty much straightforward. And some, just a tiny drop. Maybe someone think it's not correct to do that way, but well, we all have our different ways of repairing lenses and cameras. And since I have learned this by myself and found out, okay, this works. So yeah. And the other one. Wow, it will be so great. No. Wow. Soft. That's great. Really great. Now we can put the focus ring on, and that's so it's done. And then we do some gently tighten of the screw, so it will not move at all, because this ring locks the focus ring itself to the actually focus system. So before I couldn't do this. Gently with one finger. Wow. That's great. Okay, let's continue. Now we have the this ring has to sit here, and no, has to sit up here, because the or maybe I should put in this part first. This one has to sit here. So, and then we put this ring on, and the well, maybe I should put the spring on first. Well, it goes. Why should that spring go there? I could take it off, but I didn't do it. Anyway. Now it sits exactly the same place before I took it off. Well, this ring, now we put it on. Sits there. And this brass ring, so this goes again here. Wow, everything works so great. Now, now it's time for the Aperture system. To put this back in. It's not that complicated, but and in this lens there were no what to say, no oil, so it's not a problem. And the things can actually just sit in one way. Oh. So we begin with one blade here. this one. Come on. Sometimes they are very... Here we are. Hey. And to put in the last, I need to move this, the first blade I put in, move it out, so I can put this on and put the other in over again by gently lift it up and push it so it sits there. So now it's done. Now we just need to put the blade in place, put the aperture part over. It can only sit in one way because this part, this notch here, goes into here. And then try to catch all this. It's not so easy. But when it's done, I hope it will be so great. It's not the usual way to put in aperture system in lenses. So I don't know why they constructed that way. And remember, I put a mark here. I put a mark here, which is the same mark as here. So I just have to find the correct position. And get it to correct place. Has to be set. Not easy. And hopefully I will catch it. Oh, this has to be there. Sorry. I will show it later. See, this has to connect here. Now it actually works. So now we need some more of this lock fluid. And I could decide to put something on the screw head, which somebody mentioned, but a little on the tip of the screw head is also very good. So therefore it's called thread lock. Whew, now I'm safe. And then I have to align so the aperture is the same like before I took the lens apart. And gently tighten the screws. So we are almost there. It's really, really great. This works so perfect. So that's it. I mean, most of it. Then I can add my aperture ring. Put it on here. And I need to put my spring on. And I can use my very thin tweezer to hopefully. So here we are. Yeah. And just in to be correct, I will add some thread lock on this, just to be sure it doesn't fall out. Oh, out of frame. Then I add my aperture ring. So it will be so good. It's really smooth. And then I put the back part of it on. And then I need some grease. Just use ordinary grease. This is Loctite 8106 grease, which is a multi-purpose grease. Works really good. And add just a little on the place where the aperture ball has to sit. Just a little. And then the small ball, steel ball, has to sit there. So, and then we are ready to put this thing back in. We need to push this over here and hold it in place, because it will make it a lot easier to get the back part here over. So when doing so, and just put it in over. And we need to add some thread lock. Didn't go. We need to take it off again. And the ball sit there. Sometimes it's not easy. But so okay, give it a go. So therefore, load a screw on the screwdriver, so you're ready to put it back in. Over there. This ring has to sit somewhere here. Ooh. It's not really easy, I can tell. Ooh. Now, it goes here, press this over here, and then hold it and put it in over. Okay, here we are. And press. Yeah, here we are. Yes, sir. And now it's just kind of very easy to put in lens and the mount, and so it's actually done. And then the mount, which can only sit in one way. And then the rest of the thread lock. Not much left, but it's okay. Okay, we need some more thread lock. So now the lens is actually perfect working. And the focus is soft and fine. Whew. Great. Now I just add some little this stuff. And then we put in the back lens, which sit here. I use my suction tool, and then just put it in. So here it is, and then the back plate, which keep the back lens in place. Just so. Where's my tool? Oh, here. And use the rubber tool to put it. Sometimes one need to use the walking stick because it's easier to catch the thread. Going in reverse. Here we are. Nut. Yeah, here it goes. And then I can just use my rubber tool to screw in the rest. And gently tighten. So then the front part. I have my mark here, and this lens I just need to put it in. I use my suction tool, which will make it easier to put in. There. Here we are. Has to stay there. And then the thin plate, which keep the lens from falling out. Some thread lock, just a little, and then screw in the gently, and then add the rest so it all when all three screws are in, you can just tighten it gently. So, and then the nameplate or front, whatever you call it, just need to be screwed in and gently tighten, and then we are done. See, this is absolutely perfect. Even my little finger is easy to move. And the aperture is working perfect. Yeah, what can I say? It's done. Yeah.